Europe, Ukraine, Dnipropetrovsk region. The very heart of Ukraine is Pridniprovia. It is crossroads of civilizations, the venue of ages, religions and cultures meeting each other. Here, on the western edge of the Great Steppe, the miracle of folk art, PETRIKIVKA painting was born. And though the PETRIKIVKA has only 240 years since its foundation, the roots of PETRIKIVKA painting go back thousands of years earlier.
The land of Pridniprovia has a long history. As a proof to this, there is a unique discovery, the Kernosivka idol. At this ceiling, we can see cosmogonic signs that are expressed with graphically ornament.
The mapping of the surrounding nature in fantastic colors was the basis of painting known worldwide as PETRIKIVKA painting. After all, a person appeared in the painting not so long ago.
The art knows a lot of folk craft, both in Russia and Ukraine, and we can distinguish palieha, story, gel craft from PETRIKIVKA, because PETRIKIVKA has its own language.
The period of the final formation of PETRIKIVKA painting as a distinctive decorative art starts since the Zaporizhia Cossacks, who were populating the land of Pridniprovia and founded the settlement of PETRIKIVKA.
It was founded in 1772 in the last name of the last Kish ataman of Zaporizhian Cossack army, Petrokalnishevsky. In museum exposition we can see Zaporizhian quart of 18th century with PETRIKIVKA painting.
An important factor determining the uniqueness of PETRIKIVKA painting is conditioned by the fact that there never was serfdom in PETRIKIVKA. This is the territory of free people that enabled the ancient masters to see the world in such vivid colors and forms.
On the territory of PETRIKIVKA land, women who painted houses started to work. And this painting they performed by vegetable inks. This was vegetable juice. It could be some kind of clay, and they painted with brushes made of cat fur. So they did not have any instruments like modern masters do. They were invited from one house to another. Then, when paper appeared, wall painting switched to paper painting.
PETRIKIVKA painting has become firmly established in the culture of the region, and now bright, distinctive flowers and birds were decorated not only the walls of houses and household items. They began decorating the shrine. There are examples of paintings, even of Orthodox icons.
So there were paintings, both inside and outside, and even all peasant buildings, barns, stables were painted. Today, in the 21st century, PETRIKIVKA is a unique relic of ancient historical folk art tradition, which delegates the art of Pridniprovia into the modern world.
In modern PETRIKIVKA, each family had the master of painting in its history. Traditions are passed down from generation to generation. Every child is the potential master of paintings.
PETRIKIVKA painting has long traditions handed down from generation to generation, and almost every child at every family has grandmother, great-grandmother and so on, great-grandparents, who were a pioneer of PETRIKIVKA painting. Of course, it is inherited, so our children draw well and are taught in painting.
Across Ukraine, the phenomenon of PETRIKIVKA painting is introduced at school. It is being taught in colleges and universities. Yet closer than PETRIKIVKA citizens themselves, nobody knows it.
I started painting since childhood. Also, my grandmother went in for paintings. I was very interested, and so I started to paint to achieve something.
Today, masters of PETRIKIVKA painting work in the art halls and at home. Each master has his own style. The ornament has always authorship. every element of this ornament, whether it is a bird or flower, will always be the original, depending on who created it.
There are many orders for my ornaments. I have been working in a factory for 20 years and now I work at home. I invent all images by myself, thanks to my fantasy that knows no boundaries.
But the pride of the region is the PETRIKIVKA Center of Folk Art. Masters of the center participate in workshops and exhibitions of decorative art while practicing paintings of souvenirs. So, in many ways, thanks to the souvenirs, this wonderful world of PETRIKIVKA painting diverges light to the world.
Today, PETRIKIVKA painting develops dynamically and is quite spread. This is shown by the objects and the exhibition of modern PETRIKIVKA masters.
PETRIKIVKA painting is a dynamic art form. It can be found everywhere, from the mall to the children's art camp. There is no place in Ukraine where people would not have heard about this miracle that born in the depths of the national soul. In PETRIKIVKA you can rarely find a place where there is no element of painting, and there are no two similar ornaments in the world. Each artist is original. This is the spiritual heritage of people who live in PETRIKIVKA.
About 10,000 people per year pass through our showroom, write their own reviews, and it inspires. This gives the desire to live and work in the hopes of a bright future of our Ukraine, PETRIKIVKA, and flourishing PETRIKIVKA paintings.
PETRIKIVKA painting harmoniously absorbed nature, history and the spirit itself. PETRIKIVKA painting harmoniously absorbed nature, history and the spirit of the Pridniprovia, the land that was destined to become a crossroads of civilizations. And the most important thing, PETRIKIVKA painting is the kind of painting rooted in antiquity but tending to the culture of future times. It is constantly updated because it depicts the world passing through the living soul of a person.